Good afternoon. Today we'll discuss about the ninth unit, that is performance measurement and evaluation of supply chain management. Now, the question arises, why there is a need for supply chain performance, and measuring the performance of supply chain is very crucial for several reasons, because it gives us valuable information into the efficiencies, effectiveness, and overall health of the supply chain operations in an organization. So, here are some key reasons highlighting the need for measuring supply chain performance. The first reason for measuring supply chain performance is cost efficiencies. What you do in cost efficiency, you identify measurements helps in identifying the cost at each stage of the supply chain, that is from procurement of the raw material till it is delivered to the final customers. At each stage there is certain cost involved, and we measure the cost, and it cost identification helps in identifying the cost at each stage and allowing the organization to pinpoint areas where cost can be reduced or optimized, and thereby we can see the areas where cost can be reduced. Monitoring performance metrics helps control operational cost, minimize waste, identify opportunities for cost saving initiatives. Performance improvement, then identifying the bottlenecks. Measurement helps to identify the bottlenecks or inefficiency in the supply chain, allowing the organization to streamline processes and improve the overall performance. Then process optimization. By measuring the key performance indicators, organizations can continuously evaluate and optimize supply chain process for better efficiency and effectiveness. And customer satisfaction is another key element. On-time delivery, measuring the delivery performance helps to ensure product reaches customers on time, contributing to customer satisfaction and loyalty. Order accuracy, monitoring the order accuracies and fulfillment rates helps to maintain customer trust and reduces the likelihood of errors. So, in performance improvement, we identify the bottlenecks or inefficiencies in the supply chain and allowing the organization to streamline the process. That means to refine the process and improve the overall performance. And we have to take certain key performance indicators, and organization can continuously evaluate and optimize the supply chain process for better efficiency and effectiveness. And also customer satisfaction. One of the criteria of measuring the customer satisfaction is on-time delivery and order accuracy. How accurately we fulfill their orders, and how at what rates we fulfill their orders, and on-time delivery, whether the products are delivered on time or not. Then inventory management. Measuring inventory turnover and accuracy aids in optimizing inventory levels, preventing excess stocks or stockouts. Working capital management. Efficient inventory management contributes to better working capital management, reducing holding costs and freeing up resources for other investment. And risk management. Identifying the vulnerabilities. Measurement helps identify vulnerabilities and potential risks in the supply chain, allowing organizations to develop risk mitigation strategies. And supply chain resilience, monitoring the performance matrices, contributes to building more resilient supply chain capable of adapting to disruption. So, we measure because of inventory management. In inventory, we have to optimize the inventory levels. Inventory optimized, that means we should not go for the excess stock or we should not go for stockouts. Efficient inventory management contributes to better working capital management. reducing holding costs and freeing up resources for other investment. And every, say, supply chain management is subject to vulnerabilities, and you have to, this measurement helps to identify the area where vulnerabilities are there and potential risk in the supply chain, allowing the organization to develop risk mitigation strategy. Supplier performance, supplier relationship management, measuring supplier performance helps organizations to evaluate the effectiveness of their relationship with suppliers, fostering collaboration in improving overall supply chain efficiency. Suppliers are important entities in supply chain operations, and measuring supplier performance helps organizations to evaluate the effectiveness of their relationship. Quality assurance, tracking supplier performance matrices contribute to maintaining product quality and reducing the likelihood of defects or recalls. Data-driven decision making, measurement provides data for informed decision making, enabling the organization to make strategic decisions based on actual performance rather than assumptions. Regular measurement supports a culture of continuous improvement where organizations can adopt or evolve their supply chain strategies based on real-time data. So, strategic decision making are data-driven decision making. With measurement provide data for informed decision making, enabling the organization to make strategic decision based on actual performance rather than assumptions. Regulatory compliance, ensuring compliance measurement helps to ensure that supply chain adheres to regulatory requirements and standards, reducing the risk of non-compliance and associated penalties. Sustainability, environmental impact, measuring supply chain performance allows organizations to assess their environmental impact, supporting initiatives for sustainability and responsible sourcing. In summary, measuring supply chain performance is essential for optimizing cost, improving efficiency, enhancing customer satisfaction, managing the risk, making informed strategic decisions. It enables organizations to adapt to changing market conditions and maintain a competitive edge in a dynamic business environment. Measurement system, what systems generally the organizations follow? Measurement systems are crucial tools for organizations to assess and quantify various aspects of their performance, process and outcomes. These systems provide a structured approach to collecting, analyzing, and key performance indicators are KPI are specific, measurable matrices used to evaluate the success of an organization, department, or individual in achieving key objectives. Now, one of the example I can give for a marketing department to be is doing wonderful jobs. We can see what are the sales they have achieved in a particular month. So, sales is the key performance indicator for marketing department. Or we can say measure the productivity. The productivity can be taken as a human to measure the human resources. So different individual we can measure the individuals by taking their say productivity, how much they contribute to the organizations. KPI helps to align organizational efforts with strategic goals, providing a clear and quantifiable way to track performance. So KPI is very important because KPIs provides you a clear and quantifiable way to track performance, how the organization is performing, and the key performance indicators. KPI provides you a quantifiable data. And the balance score is a strategic performance management tool that incorporates variety of performance indicators, including financial, customer, internal process, and learning and growth perspective. Purpose is it helps the organization to balance short-term and long-term goals, ensuring a comprehensive view of performance across different dimensions. Then there is another concept, dashboard. Dashboards are visual tools that display key matrices and performance indicator in a concise and easily understandable format. As you drive in a car, there is a dashboard which shows you the speed at which the mileage, isn't it? The volume of petrol or the diesel which is there in the tank. All these are dashboarded. Similarly, in a supply chain performance measurement, we have a dashboard. These dashboards are visual tools that display key matrices and performance indicators in a concise and easily understandable, and we can, from this dashboard, we can easily understand. Dashboard provides real-time insight into the performance, allow quick and informed decision making. That means dashboard information is real-time information that changes as your performance changes. Six Sigma matrices commonly used in process improvement methodologies, like Six Sigma matrices such as defects per million opportunities, process capabilities index CP, assess the quality and efficiency of the process. Six Sigma matrices aim to reduce defects and variation in processes, leading to improved quality and customer satisfaction. Then, another method is customer satisfaction survey. Surveys and feedback mechanism designed to measure customer satisfaction and perception of the product and services. Understanding customer service helps organizations to identify the areas for improvement and maintain strong customer relationship. Matrices related to employee productivity, engagement, and satisfaction, such as key result area KRAs and employee performance ratings. Assessing employee performance matrices supports talent management, training, and organizational development initiatives. So, customer satisfaction survey is another method by which we can measure. Here we make a survey or feedback mechanism by which we measure the customer satisfaction and perception. Yes. Then there is financial matrices. Financial indicators such as revenue, profit margins, return on investment, cash flow. Financial matrices provide insight into the financial health of an organization, helps to guide financial decision making. Then supply chain matrices related to supply chain performance, including inventory turnover, order fulfillment rates, on-time delivery. These are the matrices we measure the performance. How timely we deliver how timely we fulfill, but at what rate we are fulfilling the orders, including the inventory turnover. These matrices help the organization to optimize the supply chain processes, reduce cost, and enhance the overall efficiency. So, in financial matrices, the important indicators matrices are revenue, profit margin, what is your return on, say, investment, what is your cash flow. All these matrices provide insight into the financial health of the organization. If the profit is more, we can say, and the revenue is more, we can say the financial health of the organization is good. And if the return on investment is high, we say that the health is good. If the cash flow is more, we say the health is good of the organizations. Environmental, social, and governance ECG matrices that assess an organization performance in environmental, societal, and governance areas, reflecting its commitment to sustainability and ethical practices. The ESG matrices are increasingly important for organizations seeking to demonstrate responsible business practices and meet stakeholder expectations. Quality management matrices, matrices related to products or service qualities, including defect rates, customer complaints, adherence to quality standards. Quality management matrices helps organizations ensure consistency and reliability in their offerings. In selecting and implementing a measurement system, organizations should align matrices with the strategic objectives, ensure data accuracy and relevance, and use the insight gained to drive continuous improvement. Effective measurement systems provide a foundation for evidence-based decision making and organizational success. Performance measurement systems can be defined a set of matrices used to quantify both the efficiency following what to measure. How are multiple individuals measures integrated into a measurement system? How often you measure? How and when measures are re-evaluated? In recent past, quite a few supply chain performance measurement systems are reported in literature. Some of the important ones are discussed. So, performance measurement system can be defined as a set of matrices or set of key KPIs used to quantify both efficiency and effectiveness of the action. Suppose revenue is a good indicator or matrices to find out how the marketing department is operating. Supply chain balance scorecard. Supply chain balance scorecard is a strategic performance management framework that aligns supply chain activities with overall goals and objectives of an organization. Similar to the traditional balance scorecard, which covers financial, customer and internal process, the learning and growth perspectives, the supply chain balance scorecard tells us these perspectives specifically to the supply chain function. Here, an example of how supply chain balancement score might be structured. Financial perspective ensure cost-effective and efficient supply chain operations. Now, the key indicators of financial: total supply chain cost, inventory holding cost, logistic cost as a percentage of the revenue. Now, if the logistic cost is high as a percentage of the revenue, we say that, and if we say that the supply chain is not effective, and we have to ensure the cost effectiveness. Inventory holding cost and total supply chain cost, they are the key indicators to evaluate in how your supply chain operates on financial perspective. Then there may be customer perspectives. Customer perspective is based on customer satisfaction through reliable and timely deliveries. And what are the KPIs here? On-time delivery performance. It is we basically understand a customer is satisfied if the products are delivered on time. And order fulfillment accuracy. That means if you deliver wrong products, then the dissatisfaction arises. And customer satisfaction survey, from the survey, we can very easily know whether the customers are satisfied or not. So, the financial perspectives, we can measure the cost effective and efficient supply chain operations, and customer perspective, we can enhance the customer satisfaction through reliable and timely deliveries, and the KPIs are also discussed here. Now, internal process perspectives. optimize the internal supply chain process for efficiency and effectiveness. The KPIs are order processing time. How much time you take to process an order? Inventory turnover rate. What is the rate of inventory turnover? Perfect order fulfillment rate. At what rate we are fulfilling, or what is the percentage of our order perfect order fulfillment? Then learning and growth perspectives. Invest in employee skill, technology, innovation to support continuous improvement. And the KPIs are employee training hours, technology adoption rate, innovation in supply chain processes. Each of these perspectives is interlinked and contributes to the overall success of the supply chain. Here, how the balance scores can be applied. A reduction in total supply chain cost, financial perspective, a reduction in can be achieved by optimizing inventory levels, by improving logistic efficiency. That means we can cut down the supply chain cost by maintaining optimum inventory. For example, we should have a stock level, inventory stock level. We should not be too much or too low. We should strike a balance between overstock and understock and improving logistic efficiency. On-time delivery and order accuracy contribute directly to customer satisfaction, fostering customer loyalty and repeat business. That means if you deliver a product on time, I will give you an example. If you go to a tailoring shop and you give your clothes for, say, tailoring purpose, and he has assured you to deliver the stitched cloth within 1 week, and he has also stitched that cloth according to the measurement he has taken. So, if he has given on time and the cloth accurately, then what happens? It enhances the customer loyalty, and you will like to visit again and again to that tailoring shop whenever you stitch your clothes. Similarly, in case of, say, logistic company, a company or a supplier who gives on-time supply to the supply of raw materials to the manufacturing unit, that means the manufacturing unit is satisfied with the supply, they will go for repeat order from them. Similarly, a distributor with relationship with the customer is happy with the distributor if he gives on-time delivery of the goods. Then streamlining the order processing time and improving inventory turnover can enhance overall supply chain efficiency, reducing cost and improving customer satisfaction. Learning and growth perspective, investing in employee training, embracing innovating technologies can lead to improved internal processes and customer satisfaction. It is essential to customize the balanced scorecard based on specific goals and objectives of the organization and its supply chain. Regularly measuring and reviewing these KPIs allows the organization to identify the areas for improvement, allocate resources effectively, align supply chain activities with broader business strategies. The supply chain balance scorecard provides a comprehensive and strategic approach to managing and improving supply chain performance. Function-based performance system is a management approach that assesses and evaluates the performance of different functions or departments within an organization. Instead of focusing solely on individual performance, this system looks how well the various functions contribute to the overall goals and objectives of an organization. Each function or department is evaluated based on specific key performance indicators that are aligned with the core responsibilities and objectives. Here, an overview how functional based performance systems might. So, in functional based performance system, what you do, we don't measure the performance of individual, we don't measure but the system measures the, say, performance of the various department, various functions, and how well these various department or functions contribute to the overall goals and objectives of the organization. Each function or department is evaluated based on the KPIs or the key performance indicators. For example, I have already told you the marketing department, the sales is the key performance indicators. The supply chain department, how quickly or how much on-time delivery they provide to their customers. These are the KPIs. They are enlightened with the core responsibilities. Here, an overview. Now, first, what you do in a function-based performance, identification of the functions or departments. In an organization, there are maybe different functions or there may be different departments. Functions identify the various functions or departments such as marketing, sales, finance, operations, human resources, and so on. And each department has different role and different responsibility and different objectives. Thereby, definition of function-specific objectives. Each function or department establishes its specific objectives and goals that align with the overall strategic objectives of the organizations. So, every department has to spell out their objectives and goals, and these objectives and goals should be in line with the overall strategic objectives of the organization. For each function, key performance indicators are defined to measure and evaluate the performance. And KPI should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. That is called SMART, isn't it? So, measurable, we should take, suppose, sales, revenue, these are measurable, achievable. KPI should be achievable, KPI should be relevant, KPI should be time bound. There should be a time within which this could be achieved. Performance measurement. Regular performance measurement are conducted based on established KPIs. Data is collected to assess how well each function is performing in relation to its objectives. Analysis and evaluation. The collected performance data is analyzed to evaluate the effectiveness and efficiency of each functions. This involves comparing the actual performance against the set targets or benchmarks. So we have to make an analysis or evaluation. In what you do in analysis or evaluation, we compare the actual performance against the set targets. Feedback is provided to each function based on the performance assessment. Positive aspects are acknowledged and areas of improvements are identified. In feedback system, there may whatever good we have achieved, that must be acknowledged. And what are the lacunas we find in the feedback for which the improvement are to be identified. The organization emphasizes a culture of continuous improvement, encouraging each function to identify opportunities for enhancement and efficiency. Alignment with organizational goals. The performance of each function is assessed not only by its individual objectives, but also how well it contributes to the achievements of broader organizational goals. Interdepartmental collaboration. The system encourages collaboration between functions to ensure that activities are coordinated and aligned to achieve overall organizational success. Then, transparent communications about the performance expectations, results, improvement strategies, is crucial for the success of a function-based performance system. Yes. So before we go to the benefits, again, let me say, these are the things: identification of functions. To find out which are the functions, we have to spell out their objectives. We have to find out the key indicators and by which we can measure their performance. Then regular performance measurements are conducted on the basis of the KPIs. Then we make an analysis, we give a feedback and review. Then there is a continuous emphasis on culture of continuous improvement and alignment with organizational goals. Then interdepartment collaborations and communications. Now, benefits of a function-based performance system. The holistic performance assessment provides a comprehensive view of organizational performance by evaluating the contribution of each function. So it's a holistic. Why it's holistic? Because it's a comprehensive view of organizational performance. It's a strategic alignment. Ensure that each function objectives aligned with organizational strategic goals, promoting a unified approach to success. Resource optimization helps in optimizing resources by identifying the areas of improvement, by streamlining the process within each function. Targeted improvement strategies allows for targeted improvement strategy as each function can address a specific performance challenge and opportunities. Clear accountability. Establish clear accountability by linking individual functions to specific outcomes and KPIs. A function-based performance system is particularly beneficial for large organizations with diverse functions. It is provide a structured, strategic approach to managing and improving the overall organizational performance. So, the first benefit we go is a comprehensive analysis, is a strategic alignment in the sense each function objectives is aligned with the strategic goals. Here we get an optimization of the resources, and by identifying the areas of improvements, by streamlining the process, targeted improvement strategies allow for the targeted improvement strategies such as each function can address its specific performance challenges and opportunities. Clear accountability. This function-based performance system establishes clear accountability by linking individual functions to specific functions and the KPIs. 6 perspectives of supply chain management, Otto and Kotzeff. Otto and Kotzeff in their work introduce a framework of supply chain management that consists of perspectives. These perspectives offer a holistic view of supply chain. Now, here are the 6 perspectives in Otto and Kotzeff's SCM framework. The integration perspectives emphasize the need for seamless collaborations and integration among various entities in the supply chain, including suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, and retailers. The key element here is integration involves information, coordinating the processes, aligning the strategies to create cohesive and efficient supply chain network. Then there is economic perspective. This perspective centers on the economic aspects of the supply chain management, including cost considerations, profitability, and financial performance. The efficient resource allocation, cost reduction, and financial optimizations are key elements. Organizations seek to achieve economic benefits by improving supply chain process and reducing overall costs. Service perspective. The service perspective emphasizes the importance of delivering value to the customers through high quality products, timely deliveries, excellent customer services. Providing superior service involves meeting customer expectations, ensuring product availability, delivering products in a timely manner. Customer satisfaction is primary focus. Quality perspective center around ensuring the quality product and services throughout the supply chain. Quality management practices including quality control measures, certification, continuous improvement initiatives are essential to meet or exceed the customer expectations regarding product quality. Now, flexibility perspective highlight the need for adaptability and responsiveness in supply chain to accommodate changes in demand, market condition, and unforeseen disruptions. Organizations aim to build flexible and agile supply chain capable of adjusting production, distribution, and other processes in response to changing circumstances. Then there is economic perspectives. The environmental perspective recognizes the increasing importance of sustainable, environmental friendly practices in supply chain management. Sustainable sourcing, eco-friendly manufacturing process, minimizing the environmental impact of the logistics and distribution are crucial components. Organizations strive to align their supply chain activities with environmental sustainability goals. These six perspectives collectively provide a comprehensive framework for understanding and managing the supply chain activities. By considering integration, economic factors, service quality, flexibility, and environmental sustainability, organizations can develop a well-founded approach to supply chain management that aligns with both business objectives and broader social consideration. Supply chain operation reference, that is called SOR. Supply chain operation reference is a model, is a framework developed by Supply Chain Council, now part of the Association of Supply Chain Management, is to standardize and streamline the supply chain management process. That means all organizations follow the same type of supply chain. This model provides a comprehensive and globally accepted set of definitions and matrices for supply chain management. It helps the organization to analyze, design, and improve their supply chain operations. Then key component of this SOAR model is process categories, plan, establishing the strategy. What strategy we are going to adopt? Defining the resources, setting the goals for the supply chain, then selecting the supplier source, negotiating the contracts, and managing relationship with suppliers, transforming the raw materials into the finished goods, and deliver, managing orders, transportation, and distribution to deliver product to the customers, and return, handling return products, managing the reverse supply chain, addressing product recalls. Process level, level 1 scope, define the overall supply chain process, indicating where an organization's supply chain begins and ends. Level 2 configuration, describe the specific process within the chosen scope. Level 3, process element, provide detailed process steps and activities with each specific process. Process element, each process category is further broken into process element. For example, delivery is a process. Process elements could be order fulfillment, transportation, scheduling, warehouse management. The SCORE model includes a set of standardized matrices for each process category. These matrices allow organization to measure and compare their performance against the industry benchmark. Now, process elements, suppose in supply chain, delivery is a process where this constitutes different sub processes like order fulfillment. Whether the order fulfillment is on time or the order fulfillment is done accurately, transportation, whether it is damage in the transportation, scheduling in the right time, warehouse management, if there is no say damage in the warehouse. Now, the score models include a set of standardized matrices, which is followed every organization for each process category. And these matrices allow the organization to measure and compare their performance with against the industry benchmark. This score model identifies best practices associated with each process category, helping organizations to implement proven strategy for efficiency and effectiveness. Score defines specific performance attributes for each process category, such as reliability, responsiveness, agility, cost, and asset management. Supply Chain Council Reference Framework. SCORE model is often represented in a reference framework that visually illustrates the relationship between different process and categories and the levels. Benefits of the SCORE model: provide a standardized language and framework for describing, measuring, and managing supply chain processes. Benchmarking facilitates benchmarking by offering a common set of matrices and best practices that organizations can use to compare their performance against. One of the greatest advantages of SCORE model is it provides a common matrices and best practices that organizations can use to compare their performance and against the industry standard, and provides a standardized language and framework for describing and measuring and managing supply chain processes. It guides the organizations in identifying the areas of improvement within their supply chain process and allowing for continuous optimization. Alignment with business goals helps to align supply chain process with overall business strategies, ensuring that supply chain supports the organizational objectives. Communications and collaboration enhances communication and collaboration within and between the organizations by providing a shared understanding of supply chain process. The SCORE model is widely adopted across industries and has become a valuable tool for organizations seeking to enhance the efficiency, effectiveness, and competitiveness in the supply chain. Service dimensions. It focuses on delivering high quality services to the customers, clients, or internal stakeholders. Service quality matrices that assess the quality of the service provided, including customer service satisfaction, response time, service reliability. Service level agreements clearly define SLAs to set expectations and standard for service delivery. Then third is customer feedback, regular collections and analysis of customer feedback to identify the areas for improvement. So matrices that assess the quality of the services provided, including the customer satisfaction, response time, and service reliability. SCORE does not attempt to describe following business processes or activities: sales and marketing, research and technology development, product development. Some elements of post-delivery customer links can be made to process not included within the model scope, such as product development. SCORE assume but not explicitly address training, quality, information technology. Asset dimension, efficient management and optimization of organizational assets, including physical, financial, and intellectual assets. Assets inventory, maintaining a comprehensive inventory of all organizational assets such as equipment, technology, and intellectual property. Asset utilization, monitoring and optimizing the utilization of assets to ensure maximum return on investment. That means whatever assets we have, we can get the maximum return on it. Life cycle management, implementing the strategies for entire life cycle of the assets from acquisition to disposable. Speed dimension, it emphasizes the importance of the agility, responsiveness, and speed in various aspects of business operations. Cycle time reduction, strategies to minimize the time it takes to complete the process from order fulfillment to product development. Lead time management, efficient management of lead times in supply chain manufacturing and service delivery process. Rapid decision making, implementing systems and practices that facilitate quick and informed decision making. Integrated management system creates a unified and integrated management system that considers the interplay between services, assets, and speed. Cross-dimensional matrices develop matrices that assess the performance of the services, assets, and speed simultaneously to gain a holistic or comprehensive view. Continuous improvement, implement a culture of continuous improvement that focus on enhancing the services, optimizing the asset management, and improving speed and efficiency. Leverage technology solutions that integrate data and process related to services, assets, and speed for efficient management. Interface management system focuses on managing and optimizing the interactions and connection between different systems, components, entities within an organization. This could involve managing the interfaces between software applications, departments, process, on or any other element that needs to interact seamlessly. Here are 7 steps to implement an interface management system. Benefits of a dimension-based management system allow for a comprehensive evaluation of the organizational performance by considering the multiple dimensions. Strategic alignment ensure that management practices align with overall business objectives, emphasizing the importance of both operationals and efficiency and customer satisfaction. The system is designed to adapt to changing business environment, technological advancement, and customer expectations. So in summary, a dimension-based management system that integrates services, assets, and speed can provide organizations with a robust framework for achieving operational excellence, customer satisfaction, and strategic alignment with the business goals. Starts by identifying all critical surfaces within your organization. This could interface between software system, departments, teams, or even external stakeholders. Clearly define the objectives of managing this interface. Objectives may include improving communication, reducing errors in data transfer, enhancing collaborations, or ensuring interoperability between systems. Document interface requirements. Document the requirement for each interface, specifying the data or information that needs to be exchanged, the frequency of the interaction, any protocols or standards that should be followed, implement the standards and protocol, establish standards and protocols for interface management. This could involve adopting industry standards, defining communication protocols, or setting guidelines for data exchange. Develop monitoring and measurement mechanism. Implement monitoring and measurement mechanism to track the performance of interfaces. This may include real-time monitoring tools, periodic audits, performance matrices to ensure that interfaces meet defined criteria. Establish governance and ownership. Establish a governance structure for interface management. Clearly define the roles and responsibility for managing and maintaining the interfaces. Assign ownership to the specific individuals or teams to ensure accountability. Implement a continuous improvement process for interface management. Regularly review the performance of interfaces. Gather feedback from the stakeholders. Identify the opportunity for enhancement. This could involve updating the protocols, improving communication channels, or addressing issues in a proactive manner. Additional considerations, security and compliance. Ensure that interface management complies with the security standards and regulatory requirements. Implement encryptions, access controls, and other security measures to protect sensitive data exchanged through interfaces. Provide training for individuals responsible for managing interfaces. Ensure clear communication about changes, updates, or issues related to interfaces. Risk management. Identify and assess the potential risks associated with interfaces, such as data breaches, system failure, communication breakdown. Develop contingency plans to mitigate this risk. Integration with overall business strategy. Align interface management with overall business strategy. Ensure that interface management supports organizational goals, improve efficiency, contributes to strategic objectives. Foster collaboration between different teams or departments involved in interface management. Encourage open communications and collaborations to address the challenges and drive continuous improvement. By following these 7 steps, considering additional aspects, organizations can establish a robust interface-based management system that enhances communications, interoperability, overall efficiency within the organizations. Benchmarking in the supply chain is a strategic management approach that involves comparing an organization's process, performance, and practices against those of the industry's leaders or best-in-class companies. The goals of supply chain benchmarking is to identify the areas for improvement, implement best practices, enhance the overall supply chain efficiency and effectiveness. Here is a guide to how to approach the benchmarking. Define the benchmarking objectives, clearly articulate the specific objectives of your benchmarking initiative, whether it is reducing cost, improving delivery time, enhancing the overall supply chain performance. Having well-defined goals is essential. Identify the organizations that are recognized as leaders in the supply chain domain or those that excel in supply chain in the specific areas relevant to your objects. Benchmarking partners can include competitors, companies in related industries, even organizations known for innovative practices. Choose the benchmarking practices. Here, we select key performance indicators, matrices that align with your benchmarking objectives. And common supply chain matrices include on-time delivery, order fulfillment accuracies, inventory turnover, and total supply chain cost. Then we gather data, relevant data from both your organizations, from the internal source and external source, and mostly from the benchmarking partners. Ensure that the data collected is accurate, consistent, and covers comprehensive periods to facilitate meaningful comparisons. Analyze the collected data and compare your organization performance with that of the benchmarking partners identify the performance gaps, area of the strength, potential opportunities for improvement. Investigate the best practices adopted for benchmarking, adopted for benchmarking, and this involves understanding the processes, technologies, and strategies that contributes to their success. Consider site visits, interviews, or participation in industries events to gain. Develop improvement plans based on the benchmarking analysis and identify best practices. Develop the actionable improvement plans. These plans would outline specific steps, timelines, responsible parties for implementing changes in your organizations. Then implement the change, execute the improvement plans and implement changes in your supply chain process. Monitor the progress of changes and be prepared to make adjustment as needed. Continuously measure and monitor the impact of the implemented changes using the same matrices used during the benchmarking process. This ongoing assessment helps ensure that improvements are sustained and further refined. Share insights internally. Communicate the insights gained from benchmarking within your organizations. Engage key stakeholders and ensure that lessons learned are incorporated on the organizational culture and future. Method for setting performance target. An important issue in performance measurement is how a company can use measures to gauge the supply chain performance. To do this effectively, a target for each measure needs to be established. In iterative process, recognize that benchmarking is an iterative process. In industry conditions, technology, best practices evolve. Revisit the benchmarking exercise periodically to stay informed and maintain competitiveness. Maintain confidentiality. While benchmarking often involves sharing information within benchmarking partner, ensure that sensitive and proprietary information is handled confidentially. Establish clear agreements and protocols for data sharing. By these following steps, organization can leverage benchmarking to drive continuous improvement in their supply chain operations, adapt to changing market conditions, and enhance overall competitiveness. How the metrics improved from last time it was reviewed, how much, how close is the metric where it should be. While there is a varieties of way in which matrices targets can be set, they should always be jointly set in the context of the strategic objectives. So holistically, we have notable trends in performance, supply ethics in supply chain, personal ethics, ethics with the supply chain, and behavioral ethics. Consider the three important and significant aspects of supply chain as the operations are becoming increasingly global. Thank you very much. We'll meet in the next class.